And welcome to Verdict 2015 this Saturday morning. Well, it is the weekend and state is all set for the third phase of assembly elections in Bihar next week on 28th of October. Well, all news and updates from poll-bound Bihar in the next half an hour and also news analysis from our team of experts. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor and here are this morning's election headlines. Union Minister V.K. Singh's dog remark creates ripples in Bihar. Not just opposition, even allies slammed the general for his remark. BJP says ministers must be careful while making statements. Rebel JDU leader and former minister joins BJP ahead of a third phase of voting in Bihar. Bhim Singh blames Nitish's arrogance for leaving the party. Today we throw the spotlight on Bihar's healthcare system. Reputations of hospitals are on the line as treatment standards are deteriorating. And in focus is Raghupur, one of the hot seats in the Bihar Assembly elections. The constituency can be accessed only by boats. It is now awaiting its bridge to development. Well, Union Minister General V.K. Singh's controversial remark has caused a storm in poll-bound Bihar, which has a chunk of Dalit population. The dog analogy provoked demands of its ouster by the opposition, which sought a registration of a criminal case against him under the Scheduled Caste Prevention of Atrocities Act. Here is more.
Union Minister V.K. Singh kicked up a huge political row when he tried to shield the government from blame in the Faridabad Dalit burning incident. Not only did it draw fire from Bihar's anti-BJP alliance, but General Singh's ally and cabinet colleague Ramvilas Paswan too spoke up, asking him to refrain from making such statements. Facing the heat over remarks made by its ministers V.K. Singh and Kiran Rijiju, the government sent out a strong message with Home Minister Rajnath Singh asking his colleagues to be careful with their utterances.
हम ऐसे ही वाक्यों का चयन करके बोलें, यह सावधानी बरतने की ज़्यादा आवश्यकता है। जी, हम क्योंकि हम यह कहकर नहीं बच सकते कि इसकी गलत व्याख्या हुई है। हम सबको स्वयं सावधानी इस बात की बरतनी पड़ेगी ताकि उसकी गलत व्याख्या करने की गुंजाइश न हो।
Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar and Rashtriya Janata Dal Supremo Lalu Prasad criticized V.K. Singh for his remark and described the comments as totally insensitive.
एक केंद्रीय मंत्री ने बयान दे दिया कि अगर कोई कुत्ता को ढेला मार देगा तो उसके लिए सरकार जवाब दे थोड़ी है। यानी दलित बच्चे को जलाकर मार देना, उसकी तुलना की इन्होंने कुत्ते को ढेला मारने से। अब आप सोच सकते हैं किस मानसिकता के लोग हैं।
स्टेट जो भारत सरकार में मंत्री है V.K. सिंह ने यह कल बयान दिया कि कुत्तों को पत्थर फेंका जाए तो इससे प्रधानमंत्री का दोष नहीं है। चुल्लू भर पानी में डूब जाना चाहिए इन लोगों को और लगातार दलितों की, कमजोर वर्गों की मतलब अत्याचार हो रहा है वहाँ पर बीजेपी शासित राज्य में।
General V.K. Singh initially tried to defend his remarks but later apologized for them.
That in case, because of this mixing up of two things which somebody else has done, if somebody's feelings have been hurt, I am apologizing for it.
Meanwhile, the Aam Aadmi Party filed a police complaint against the Union Minister and demanded that an FIR be registered against him under the SC/ST Act. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha Television.
All right, a political analyst, Dr. Shakil, is now joining us live from Patna. Good morning, Dr. Shakil. Thank you so much for joining us. Dr. Shakil, now General V.K. Singh is the new problem for Prime Minister in Bihar. Now, Jitan Ram Manjhi has urged Modi to initiate action against him. But do you think that the statement could well have a bearing on BJP's electoral prospects in the state?
For sure, such statements by the leaders of the ruling party, the BJP at center, is causing lots of embarrassment and lots of problem as well for the BJP in the elections in Bihar. And this is not happening for the first time. I mean, BJP leaders have been in habit of issuing such remarks, hitting below the belt, denigrating the marginalized population, be it Dalits and Muslims. You will recall that in Delhi assembly elections, one of the BJP women leader had to say something about Muslims and then she had to withdraw. So the list goes on. And what the leaders of BJP are doing, that they sometimes they call someone and just reprimand them, and then again the same story is repeated by another. I mean, BJP seems to be in habit of taking such analogies. You will remember 10 years ago, also this puppy remark had come in context of Muslims from one state, Gujarat. So this is happening, and this time around even the allies of BJP, especially the two who are supposed to represent the Dalits in the NDA alliance, Ramvilas Paswan and Jitan Ram Manjhi, have come against the General VK Singh's remark, and Mr. Manjhi seems to be more vociferous in demanding action. And as you are aware that even the SC Commission has asked the UP government to find out whether a case can be lodged under ST Act or not. Even our party, as you were mentioning, somebody has filed and is trying to file an FIR. So all these are not going well with the BJP camp. And in the first two rounds, it seems that there was a trend amongst the Dalits to vote for the Grand Alliance. And now in the coming rounds, if such remarks are popping up again and again, I think it does not bode well for the NDA.
But the point is that Nitish Kumar and Lalu Prasad are training their guns on VK Singh and the Prime Minister for his silence. But looking now, since you are in Bihar, what is the sense that you're getting from the Dalits there? They constitute nearly 15% of the Bihar population. Do you think that this comment has really offended them or not gone down well with them? Or is it just the political opponents who are taking advantage of such a statement by VK Singh?
Look, the pride of any community is very close to their heart. Pride of a group of people is even more important to them than the economic and social well-being of their lot. And it is the pride of the Dalits which have been hurt by such statements. And one who has been following politics of Bihar, Lalu Yadav was able to rouse the backward sections of the state by attaching their pride to the political discourse, and that's why he became the champion of backward caste. So if the prides of a community is hurt, it goes beyond the developmental agenda or any other agenda. And if you see, there seems to be a design that first the debate on reservation had set doubts in the minds of the marginalized people, including Dalits, that the NDA is going to be anti-Dalit. Then another such a statement that comparing Dalits something like to dogs, giving an analogy, is further going to alienate them. And I don't think it's only the political capital which the Grand Alliance is trying to make out of this. As a matter of fact, it seems that it has not gone well with the Dalits in the state, and for this matter, even all over the India, this statement is going to harm the constituencies of Dalits for BJP.
All right, so VK Singh's dog analogy is going to have a negative impact, a huge setback really for the BJP ahead of the third phase of assembly elections, and also blessing in disguise really for Nitish Kumar as well as Lalu Yadav. So you stay with us, we'll just come back to you. Meanwhile, after a festive break, campaigning resumed in Bihar. Political leaders returned to the dais to garner support while intensifying attack on their rivals. Now, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar and BJP Chief Amit Shah were among the heavyweights on campaign trail on Friday.
The high-voltage campaign resumed in Polban, Bihar on Friday, post the Durga Puja and Dashehra break. Star campaigners were back in action, addressing rallies and public meetings. Canvassing for his party candidates, BJP President Amit Shah addressed a rally in Muzaffarpur, which goes to polls in the fourth phase on the 1st of November.
लालू जी कहते हैं चुनाव बड़े पिछड़े का चुनाव है। वो कहते हैं अगड़ी जाति का नाम पिछड़े जाति का चुनाव। मैं भी कहता हूं चुनाव अगड़े पिछड़े का चुनाव है, मगर मैं कहता हूं अगड़े बिहार और पिछड़े बिहार के बीच में आपको चुनाव हो रहा है। आप बिहार को आगे ले जाना चाहते हैं तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनाइए, एनडीए की सरकार बनाइए।
Nitish Kumar, the chief ministerial candidate of the Grand Alliance, was also in Muzaffarpur. Continuing with the rhetoric, Nitish Kumar attacked Prime Minister Modi for his unfulfilled promises.
तो प्रधानमंत्री जी को 14 महीना तक बिहार की याद नहीं आई। जब बिहार का चुनाव नजदीक आ गया तो उनको बिहार की याद आने लगी, और अब इतनी याद आने लगी कि आजकल रोज रोज बिहार आ रहा है। बिहार के बारे में कहा विशेष राज्य का दर्जा देंगे, भूल गए विशेष सहायता के नाम पर पैकेज का ऐलान किया, 1,25,00,000 का पैकेज। हमने अगले दिन उसी दिन एक एक बात प्रमाण के साथ बता दी कि 1,25,000 करोड़ में से 1,08,000 करोड़ की योजना पुरानी है।
State BJP leader Sushil Modi also held a road show in Buxar. Buxar goes to polls in the third phase on 28th of October. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And hitting back at BJP over its jibe of return of Jungle Raj in Bihar if the Grand Secular Alliance is voted to power in the state, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar questioned whether there was a Mangal Raj in Haryana, where 2 children of a Dalit family were allegedly burnt to death. Nitish said this while addressing a public meeting in Muzaffarpur district on Friday. He said that the Haryana incident showed the kind of mentality the BJP leaders possess. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been hitting out at Nitish Lalu duo in his public rallies, warning people of return of Jungle Raj in Bihar if the duo come to power once again. All right, let's go back to Dr. Shakil. Dr. Shakil, now, when the campaign really began, now there was a chorus of doom really for the Grand Alliance because unlikely partners had joined hands. But when we look at Nitish and Lalu here, what we witness is a rare show of camaraderie. So that is going to be a big advantage really for the Grand Alliance, isn't it?
Yes, if you see that the 2014 elections, if you analyze it very closely, you will find that BJP won 36 out of 40 parliamentary seats in Bihar due to the division of votes of RJD and JDU, the parties represented by Lalu and Nitish respectively. If you combine them, they are about 10% higher, these two votes. And this led to the gamble which Nitish and Lalu took together. They sank their differences because Lalu came to power when Nitish was along with him. But 15 years later, Nitish came to power opposing Lalu. But 10 years down the line, when both of them found that now the BJP is hissing over their necks, they decided to bury their differences and come together. And if you see that their constituencies, which constitutes of OBCs, EBCs and Dalits, it has got a synergistic value. And this synergism is working. I mean, so it's not only the arithmetic which is working in favor of them, even the chemistry of the alliance is also working with them. So the OBCs amongst themselves are natural allies, and the way, since the very beginning, it was Lalu who has started it by declaring in a rally in Gandhi Maidan, the first ever rally of the Grand Alliance, where even Madam Sonia Gandhi had come, that this is going to be the Mandal Raj 2. So this Mandal Raj 2 has caught the imagination of the constituencies which Nitish and Lalu represent, and they are making best use of it. during the campaigning, and meanwhile the NDA alliance with their such utterances like speaking sometimes against reservation or sometimes calling Dalits as dogs is really helping the Grand Alliance.
Actually, these comments are helping the Grand Alliance. But speaking about the third phase, Dr. Shakil, now this phase is going to be very crucial for the BJP, especially in view of the comments that we've been hearing, and also because it is contesting 34 of the 50 seats, and its partners are contesting only 16 seats in this round. So this phase is actually going to decide the way these elections are going to be headed, isn't it?
Exactly, because this is the round where BJP's presence is the strongest of all the 5 rounds, especially in few big urban assembly constituencies also fall in this round, including 3 assembly constituencies from the capital of the state, Patna itself. And if you see that during the last 2010 election, the highest margin of victory was one of the assembly segment of Patna by the BJP candidate, a margin of hoping 69,000 with which he had won. So this is one reason. Then if you see in the North Bihar, which constitutes the districts across the Ganges, they had a very strong presence, and during the last 2014 parliamentary elections, they have swept the parliamentary elections in the entire North Bihar area. So this is going to be a very strong position. Normally they should have been in a very strong position in third round, but seeing the remarks which has been recently been made, seeing the trend of first 2 rounds of the elections, BJP will be sitting with their fingers crossed.
All right, so the third phase is going to be really crucial for the BJP, but the kind of self-goals really that BJP has been scoring off late, it will be interesting to see how will it score in the third round. Remember, the third round will be held on 28th of October. Thank you so much, Dr. Shakil, for joining us this morning and sharing your perspective on that story. And with this, we'll take a very short break. We'll be back with more election news. Stay with us.
Tales that inspire, stories of social change. A salute to diversity, promoting public discourse. Events that motivate, inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries every Friday at 10:30 p.m., Saturday 12:30 p.m. and Sunday at 1 p.m.
Today we bring to you the Carriage by Air Amendment Bill 2015.
I understand even till now, whatever was decided in 2009, it has still not been ratified till date. Earlier, there was a printed ticket. Now try and see how the airlines are saving their money.
What is 7,50,000 these days? If a man is dead, his family is dead, why is this compensation given? To take care of his kith and kin who are left behind.
Watch Law of the Land on Rajya Sabha television.
And it is time now for poll bits.
इनके सारे मंत्री ड्रिल हो गए हैं, जिनका मानसिक संतुलन बिगड़ गया है, क्योंकि इनको पता है कि बिहार में उनकी करारी हार होने वाली है. इनके सारे मंत्री ड्रिल हो गए.
Well, Lalu Prasad Yadav is looking for any springboard so as to become relevant during the Bihar election. They are losing the Bihar election.
अभी तो बिहार के चुनाव चल रहे हैं और ये लोग थोड़ा सा पीछे बैकफुट पे इसलिए हैं कि कहीं वो बैकफायर ना हो जाए, वरना इनका सही रंग जो है वो आपके सामने आ रहा है आहिस्ते आहिस्ते.
And here is a wrap of more election news in Polpuri. Janata Dal United leader Bhim Singh joined the BJP today ahead of the third phase of the Bihar Assembly elections. Bhim Singh joined the BJP in presence of State Party President Mangal Pandey and senior leader Sushil Modi at the party office in Patna. While the CM candidate from the NDA remains elusive, the party allies are busy pitching names of the probable candidates amid massive election campaigning. The leaders of NDA ally RLSP have said that the CM candidate could belong to any party. BJP MP Manoj Tiwari has maintained that the CM candidate will come from the BJP. Don turned politician from Mokama Anand Singh has peace as his poll slogan this time round. Bahubali leader Anand Singh's posters with slogans of peace, development and brotherhood adorn the Mokama markets. Mokama is one of the 14 constituencies in Patna district going to polls on 28th of October. The area has most of the times been represented by a Bahubali in the past 3 decades. Now, Bihar was once known to have the best healthcare facilities in Asia, but over the years, all that has changed. So we'll take a look at how Bihar is coping up with the deteriorating health system in this special ground report.
The Patna Medical College and Hospital is a premier institute when it comes to health in Bihar. This institute was known for its excellent treatment and research, apart from being the top educational institute for medicine. But its reputation is taking a hit with each passing day as treatment standards are faltering and the institute is plagued with doctors' strikes. Allegations of medical neglect of patients and non-availability of medicines despite government orders is further tarnishing its reputation.
हॉस्पिटल में जिस तरह का विकास होना चाहिए, सरकार तो बड़ी बड़ी वादा करता है कि हाँ ये है वो है सुविधा है, लेकिन उस टाइप का सुविधा मिल नहीं पाता है.
Lack of cleanliness is another issue that's plaguing the place, as you can see from the condition outside the emergency unit. The OPD also cuts a sorry figure. The next most premier medical institute in Bihar is the Indira Gandhi Institute for Medical Sciences. The story is no different here. Patients who are unable to secure a bed in the hospital are forced to stay outside and get treatment. The place where they're forced to sleep is nothing short of a garbage dump.
जगह नहीं है, बोलता बेड खाली नहीं है, जगह नहीं है, पेशेंट का भी कुछ जांच सही से ना इलाज ना हो रहा है.
देखिए मुद्दा तो होना चाहिए, लेकिन ऐसा तो कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है. यहाँ की व्यवस्था तो आज की नई बात नहीं है, तो पुरानी पहले से व्यवस्था ऐसा है.
The condition in the emergency ward is similar to the OPD. Though there are on-duty nurses and doctors, patients continue to suffer. Hospital staff complain of low wages.
जहाँ जहाँ ले जाते वहाँ काम करवे करते हैं, पैसा के चलते, बाल बच्चा के चलते हम लोग खटने के लिए आते हैं. ये मगर यही हम लोग को परेशानी है कि हम लोग को सरकार कुछ अच्छा सुविधा दे दे कि हम लोग को बाल बच्चा के परवस्ती होते रहे.
जितना पैसा का टेंडर होता है उसमें से 10 या 15% काट के मिलना चाहिए, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं होता है. यहाँ सब पैसा मतलब कि आधा पैसा काट लिया जाता है और आधा पैसा इन लोग को दिया जाता है.
Despite the present condition of health services, it is only fair to say it has improved. During the previous governments, patients did not prefer primary health centres, but things have changed. There are doctors available in villages now. Civil surgeons are being appointed in every district. When compared to cities, the situation in smaller villages is improving.
क्योंकि दवाइयों की उपलब्धता सरकार ने सुनिश्चित किया हुआ है. अगर किसी वजह से कोई दवाई उपलब्ध नहीं हो, तो ऐसा नहीं कि यहाँ के लोग बाहर से दवाई नहीं ले सकते, वो दवाई ले लेते हैं. कुछ दवाइयाँ अस्पताल मिल जाती हैं, ले लेते हैं, लेकिन चिकित्सक का रहना बहुत आवश्यक है, साफ सफाई बहुत आवश्यक है, और चिकित्सक के द्वारा पेशेंट को ठीक तरीके से देखा जाना बहुत आवश्यक है.
A major stumbling block in addressing the healthcare issue in the state is a large migration of qualified doctors outside Bihar. Lack of incentives is forcing fresh graduates to look for greener pastures. A new addition to the health woes in the state is increased instances of drug addiction. Health experts say there is an urgent need to address this growing menace.
जो डॉक्टर्स हैं उनको 4 से 5 साल तक गांव में सेवा करने का एक ऐसा स्कीम बनाया जाए कि कम से कम गांव में वो सेवा दें 4 से 5 साल. तो मुझे लगता है कि स्वास्थ्य स्थिति में सुधार होगा इससे.
Despite the urgency, politicians have so far failed to give a roadmap for Bihar's healthcare.
बिहार में स्वास्थ्य सेवाओं पर किसी की नजर नहीं की है, लेकिन स्वास्थ्य को लेकर एज सच इस राज्य का कोई स्वास्थ्य नीति हो. हाँ, नीतीश कुमार के टाइम में इतना हुआ कि प्राथमिक स्वास्थ्य केंद्र में जो गाँव में होते हैं वहाँ काफी कुछ सुधार हुआ.
2 phases of voting in Bihar are over and the focus is now shifted to gains and losses of seats. In this clamor for power, as the spotlight shifts from issues to vote percentages, basic issues like healthcare are again being brushed under the carpet. Shishir Chaube's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Now, Raghopur is one of the hot seats in the Bihar Assembly elections. Now flanked by the Ganga on both sides, the constituency can be accessed only by boats or when the river is benign on the pontoon bridge. Now, between May and November, the bridge is out of bounds because of floods and strong river currents. A permanent bridge is one perennial question in the mind of voters in every election. Take a look.
Raghopur in Vaishali district, the political bastion of two former chief ministers of Bihar, Lalu Prasad and his wife Rabri Devi. The small town is located just 29 kilometers from the capital city, Patna. But the distance from Patna's Kachighat to Raghopur can be covered only at one's own risk. The only commute is a ferry that regularly carries local residents, their vehicles and animals. In election season, even cars find a place on them. Tejasvi Yadav, the 25-year-old son of Lalu and Rabri Devi, is making his political debut from here. Although it's been the family's pocket bureau for 20 years. Tejasvi's mother lost to the JDU candidate in 2010.
उनको यहाँ की जनता ने मौका देने का काम किया, मगर जिस हिसाब से मौका देने का काम किया, वो लोग आप जाइएगा क्षेत्र वगैरह इन लोगों से पूछेगा तो खाली भोज खाने वाले नेता के नाम से प्रसिद्ध हैं.
The presence of so many political heavyweights hasn't helped the infrastructure here. Situated between two streams of the Ganga, Raghopur is a river island. With no roads, villagers manage to navigate the streams when the waters are low. Local residents can complain of political neglect all they want, but there isn't much to choose from.
कुछ नहीं भैया है
काम सड़क पुल तो कुछ बना नहीं है राघोपुर में.
उसके घर उसी पर है लोग गरीब आदमी के सब हरिजन है.
हम बात बता देते हैं यहाँ काम क्यों नहीं होता. यहाँ जो है जितना भी जनता है जो भी नेता है अपना पेंच फंसा के रखते हैं. पेंच इसलिए फंसा के रखते हैं कि हम चुनाव आवे उस समय हम काम करें.
Sitting MLA Satish Kumar Rai is the man Tejasvi Yadav has replaced. Denied a ticket this time, he is contesting on a BJP ticket. Rai claims he's confident of a victory and doesn't fail to mention that he's also a Yaduvanshi, the same as Tejasvi.
देखिए लालू जी के बेटे इसका तो लाभ उनको मिलेगा ही प्रचार प्रसार में, लेकिन वोट बैंक उनका है नहीं. लालू जी का वोट बैंक टूट चुका और अब वो समय चला गया कि वो यदुवंशियों को कह के एक पैर पर खड़ा हो जाए. अब खड़ा होने वाला नहीं है.
Amid the prestige battle for Tejasvi and the RJD, the Yadavs and the Rajputs, Raghopur will be looking for a permanent bridge that will perhaps finally connect them to the outside world. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, that is all in this edition of Verdict 2015, and keep watching our election special bulletins for all news and updates from poll-bound Bihar. But that's all from the election team right now. Thanks for watching.